So earlier today, there was a special sitting of the Judicial Service Commission over the bribery allegations touching on one of the judges of the Supreme Court, Justice Tunoi, Philip, of course, as well as the Nairobi Governor, Evans Kidero. So that special sitting, the CJ calling for it. He's the president of the Supreme Court. He'd been given the report following the investigations into the same. And Michelle Ngele has been following that story for us. Michelle is at the Supreme Court. Michelle, I understand that sitting is done. Do we know what unfolded in the same?
Well, let's begin. First of all, thank you very much, Sophia. This week, reports hit the media that Supreme Court Judge Philip Tunoi may be embroiled in a major bribery corruption scandal. Now, today, the 72-year-old judge was the subject of a special sitting by the Judicial Service Commission convened by Chief Justice Willy Mutunga. Tunoi is said to have received about $2 million, and that's about 200 million Kenyan shillings, to influence an election petition against the Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero, a petition filed by the now Kabete Member of Parliament Ferdinand Waititu. Now, Tunoi has since denied the bribery allegations, blaming them on the successive wars in the judiciary. He has specifically pointed out that bad blood between old judges and magistrates of the judiciary and the new ones who joined the rank under the new constitution, saying that the new ones are being discriminated against. Now, Chief Justice Willy Mutunga had reported that last year in November, he received a complaint against Philip Tunoi, and that he ordered a thorough internal investigation to be carried out. Now, today, Chief Justice Willy Mutunga was expected to share the reports, the findings of this investigation in the JSC special sitting today. He also announced that that same report will be shared with other government institutions, including the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, as well as the Director of Public Prosecution. Now, the Judicial Service Commission was supposed to review this report and see whether they would recommend that President Uhuru Kenyatta appoint a tribunal to further investigate these allegations. But the special sitting ended about 30 minutes ago, and Chief Justice Willy Mutunga came out saying that the Judicial Service Commission has now convened a special committee that will look into these allegations, and in 7 days' time they will be able to inform the public on the proceedings of this committee. And let me just read out the names of the people in this special committee. It is a committee made up of 6 people. It is being chaired by Professor Margaret Kobia. The other person in the committee is Professor Gibu Muigai. We also have Honorable Agri Muchelule, Honorable Emily Ominde, and Honorable Winnie Guchu and Kip Korir Bet. Sophia.
All right, so you're saying there's a time that has been put up for this committee to be able to conclude its work and thereafter forward its report to...
No, a special committee has been convened by the Judicial Service Commission, because these are members of the Judicial Service Commission themselves. And so in 7 days' time, they will be able to come out and tell the country what they have decided in that committee. This is different from what was expected. Initially, the Judicial Service Commission special sitting was expected to review the report on the investigation that was carried out, that was... tribunal further investigate these allegations, but now this has been left to that special committee that has been convened by the Judicial Service Commission.
All right, many thanks, Michelle Ngele, for us at the Supreme Court, telling us what has unfolded from that special sitting of the JSC, forming a special committee made up of 6 members that will be looking at the issues arising from that bribery scandal touching on the Justice Philip Tunoi, who's a judge of the Supreme Court, and the Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero as well. The story will continue to follow for you now in an exclusive interview with KTN. Justice Philip Tunoi yesterday dismissed the allegations as mere witch hunt. Take a listen.
I was really perturbed, and I would not hesitate to leave the judiciary immediately if my accuser can prove an iota of my wrongdoing. He may have seen me in Eldoret town where I live. He may have seen me walking in the streets of Nairobi, but I've never shaken his hand. I've never seen him. Never met Kidero physically. I've not even greeted his hand. I'm sure he must have seen me in court or anywhere, but I've never been close to him. I've never spoken to him. During the forthcoming general elections, is worrying so many people. Who are the judges who may hear the petition in the presidency case? Which judge leans towards this group? Which judge belongs to the opposition? Which judge belongs to the, or in good terms with the executive? That is.
Education Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i has extended a year the notice of foreclosure of 10 affiliate campuses of Kisii University over substandard university education. Dr. Matiang'i said the decision was arrived at after wide consultations between the Kisii University Governing Council, ministry officials and the Commission for University Education. The CS also formed a 3-member advisory committee chaired by former University of Nairobi Vice-Chancellor Professor Crispus Kiamba to monitor steps taken by the university to better the quality of the university's programs. The 10 campuses and 2 others, including Laikipia University campus in Nyahururu, fell below the expected threshold for higher education according to an inspection report handed to the ministry by the Commission for University Education.
We have been very clear to our colleagues from Kisii University on this issue, and that is why we've gone to the extent that we have gone today, in terms of not only the Commission, and I thank them very sincerely, providing them a 1-year opening or extension of the closure notice, but in addition to the 1-year closure notice extension, I have also taken the initiative to ensure that they have the right advice and support to do the right thing, so that we are not having another press conference in February 2017 talking about non-compliance. And the 3 people I have appointed today to work on this matter will help them sort this matter out completely.
A man suspected to have sodomized his 3 sons has today been arraigned in court in Kajiado County, where 2 of the victims were witnesses. Appearing before Magistrate Ochieng Okuche, the accused Abdallah Mwangi asked the court to intervene in a family dispute said to be related to the incident. The Magistrate Okuche instructed that the accused be remanded until the next hearing on the 1st of February. Mwangi will be remanded at Kajiado GK prison.
Sijui maana leo ndika ni kazi yangu, sio mimi niona. Migaraje ya kifamilia. Mimi naomba mahakama mnisaidie kwa sababu naomba kitu sijui. Mbona wanamleta ndugu wao? Wamempita na kwenda kutafuta na polisi. Wakati ndio mimi nimeenda police station kuripoti, ndio maana mimi nikajileta police station, sijapelekwa na mtu. Nimeenda kwa sababu ni watoto wangu, nilikuwa na uchungu. Ni watoto wangu mimi mwenyewe ndio nimeenda iwaona mpaka police station, na nikajipeleka police station, sijashikwa na ofisa wote. Nina uchungu kwa sababu ni watoto wangu wamefanywa. Na wakati kazi yangu nimeenda hospitali, nimeenda polisini, ndio amehama kwa hiyo nyumba akaenda kuishi kwa my uncle. Kwa nini niona mimi wanajaribu kuleta credit kwa kitu kama hiyo?
Now, poor performance at a primary school in Kajiado County has pushed parents to force its closure. The parents who were disappointed by the school's 2014 KCPE results, in which the top student scored 171 marks out of the possible 500, invaded Iltaret Primary School, flushing out staff and pupils. The parents went from class to class and later locked the gates and declared the school closed until further notice. They blamed laziness among teachers for the poor grades. They said they have complained after every KCPE results are released. However, according to the senior teacher Paul Seki, closing of the school will not solve the problem, and therefore negotiations should be launched to settle the matter.
Hii shule imeanza kurudi nyuma miaka 7 iliyopita. Tulikuwa tunacheza kwa 200 na hata hatufikishi 250, 210, 220. Saa hizi last year tumepata 171. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa matokeo ya mtoto wa kwanza. Hebu niambie kama mzazi, huyo mtoto utampeleka wapi?
Ni vizuri pia tuje tuone tatizo gani wazazi wako nayo. Maana hii mambo ya kulaumiana, wengine walimu wanasema wako wabaya, nao pia wazazi hawajui ya kwamba pengine wao ndio wabaya. Ni vizuri watu waje kwa pamoja, waelewane. Walimu wakae pale, wazazi wakae pale, walimu waambiwe kinabaubaga, nyinyi mnafanya hii na hii na hii na hii.
Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari and Somalia's Hassan Sheikh Mohammed are joining President Uhuru Kenyatta in Eldoret to attend a requiem service in honor of Kenyan soldiers killed at Elada in Somalia. The interdenominational prayers are underway at Tunoi Barracks, just outside Eldoret, where most of the soldiers from the 9th Kenya Rifles Battalion who perished in the Al-Shabaab attack on January 15th were based. Let us now join our Masi Kandia, who is in Moi Barracks in Eldoret. Good afternoon, Masi. Has this service begun? Are the presidents there? Talk to us about what's happening.
Yes, indeed, Sophia. We are currently at the 9KR military base here in Eldoret. And as we speak, the service has not yet started. The choir has just begun singing, you know, just to keep the mood on set. As we speak, the recruits of the military base are already here seated, you know, in solidarity. Friends and family of the fallen soldiers in Elada, Somalia are here, you know, trying to stand together with the families. What we are seeing is a face of partly sadness and partly a lot of, you know, standing together. It's coming together and, you know, standing together as togetherness in terms of those who've lost loved ones and relatives at the Somali Elada camp. Joining us today is one of the directors of a school here in Uasin Gishu County. She's called Miss Celestine. She's Consolata, rather, who is a director in one of the schools here. A school that you tell me has lost 10 parents in that particular incident in Somalia who are still missing.
They are still missing.
If you could start us with your names, the school that you're in, and tell us about this, about the 10 parents that are still missing from that particular event.
Okay, my names are Consolata Wanjiko from Shama Academy Soi, just a neighboring school around here. Okay, wacha niseme ya kwamba wazazi nimewapoteza na ni wazazi ambao hatujui hatima yao hadi wakati huu. Watoto hao tumekuwa na wao shuleni tangu muhula ulipoanza, lakini wakati huu imekuwa wakati mgumu sana kwao kwa sababu sasa hawajui. Wazazi hao wamekuwa kinipigia simu, tumekuwa tukiwaombea, tukienda kusimama pamoja na wao kwa sababu bado kabisa hatujajua hatima ya watoto hao.
Na labda nikuulize, unanieleza kwa ni wazazi wa 10 ambao haujui mahali ambapo wako, labda wajeambiwa na DOD kama they're still alive or dead. But I'd like you to tell us, their parents for students from which classes exactly? Kuna wale ambao ni candidates, are the students in school? What is the school doing in terms of encouraging them even with this at the students in school?
Okay, what we are doing as a school, tumejaribu sana kuchukua hao watoto tangu wakati jambo hili lilitokea. Tumewapeleka tuko na guiding and counseling panel, wanaketi na wao, wanawaongelesha. I thank also the parents, wamesimama vizuri kabisa kwa sababu wakati huu mgumu bado hao watoto wao wanahudhuria shuleni. Kwa hivyo niliwaambia wajitie moyo, kazi lazima ziendelee na mpaka tutakapojua hatima ya baba zao.
Umenieleza kuwa that there are 10 parents. I don't know the number of students then, or in terms of the parents who are still missing in Somalia. And if you could also tell us as a school, it means that probably if some of the parents that were then the breadwinners and paying school fees for the students, probably as a school, are there plans probably in place, or is that particular plan put in place to ensure that, you know, payment of school fees and all that, just moving forward in terms of the school?
Okay, as per now, still tujaweka mikakati yoyote ya kusaidia hao watoto kwa sababu hatujajua ukweli mahali upo. Bado tunangoja wa DNA, tunangoja mambo mengi yanayozungumziwa. Kwa hivyo hatujatia muhuri kila jambo ambalo tunazungumzia. Kwa hivyo kwa wakati huu kile tunafanya ni kutia hao watoto moyo, kukaa na wao shuleni, kuwaonyesha ya kwamba mambo hutokea na tunaongelesha vizuri kwa upole. Kama ni wale wanabebwa na gari wanazidi kubebwa, kile hatuwezi fanya ni kuwatuma nyumbani walete pesa za shule ama wafanye nini. Sisi tumewasimamia kila kitu hadi jambo hili litakapotatuliwa. Kwa hivyo tumekaa nao vizuri sana, wazazi wao tunawatia moyo, tunawaambia kwamba mambo hutokea na wangoje chochote ambacho chaweza kutokea. Tumesimama na wao kabisa.
Asante sana, poleni kwa huo msiba.
Na nikiongezea, umeniuliza ni watu wangapi huenda ikawa hawako. Wazazi ambao walikuwa pale shuleni, wengi wao wana watoto 3, watoto 4. Kwa hivyo ni watoto kama 22 ambao wazazi wao hawajulikani hatima yao. Kwa hivyo kwa sasa tuko chini sana, tunawaombea Mungu akapate kuwasaidia.
Na labda sijui mmekuja wangapi from the school to stand in solidarity? I've seen some, probably you're talking to me earlier, the few officials from the school. You've come as a school, as what arrangements do you have in terms of even standing together as a school and
we've
with the family?
come as a school, tuko hapa kusimama pamoja na wazazi wetu. We are touched kabisa. Tuko hapa.
Pole kwa huo msiba. So that is Consolata. She's the director of Shama Academy here in Uasin Gishu County. She's telling us that from her school alone, about 10 parents who have students, about 3 and 4 about there from that school, are still missing. Their whereabouts are still yet not known, and she's standing with the parents. Asante sana. Ningetaka sasa tuzungumze na mzazi mmoja ambaye Emily. Asante, thank you for joining us, na pole kwa yaliyotendeka. Tafadhali utuambie majina yako, tueleze watoto ni wangapi, imekuwa vipi kungoja? Najua hiyo ndio imekuwa, tueleze imekuwa vipi.
Kwa majina naitwa Emi Anunda.